Now in this class, we are going to discuss about the indefinite integrals. This is our first class of indefinite integrals. First of all, we have to discuss about what is the integrals. Integrals is just antiderivative of a function. Let us see, we have a function fx and you differentiate this function and it becomes gx. Let us see. If we have a function of fx and we differentiate this function, it becomes gx. So, if you integrate, if you find antiderivative of this function, you will get this function, and this antiderivative is called integrals, and this is the symbol for integration. So, gx with respect to x can be written as fx, right? The derivative of a function is gx and antiderivative of this function is called fx, and the antiderivative is called integrals. Integrals is nothing but antiderivative, right? So this is the symbol for integration. If you find integration of gx, you will get fx. Now, for example, if we differentiate a function x square, its derivative is what? 2x. So therefore, integration of 2x with respect to x can be written as x square, right? Now, if we differentiate a function x square plus 2, it is again 2x. So therefore, integration of 2x here can be written as x square plus 2. If we differentiate a function x square minus 5 is equal to 2x, then integration of 2x in this case can be written as x square minus 5. You know, the derivative of any constant function is 0. The derivative of any constant function is 0. So therefore, if you integrate that function, any function, you will get that function plus any constant. So we can say that if you differentiate a function, if you integrate a function, let us see, this is the integration of a function. If you integrate a function, you have to write it as fx plus c. So this function finally can be written as integration gx with respect to x can also be written as fx plus c. The c is any constant. Why? Because if you differentiate this function, it becomes gx only. Why? Because differentiation of any constant function is 0. So in indefinite integrals, if you integrate a function, you must add with the constant. And this constant is called the arbitrary constant, and this is also called the constant of integration. This is called integration constant. We must add a constant if you integrate or antiderivative of function. For example, now we have some very important formula for integration. Let us see, if we differentiate any constant function, it becomes 0. So what is the integration of 0? That is a constant function. Now, if we differentiate a function x to the power, where if we differentiate a function x, you will get 1. You know that? If you differentiate x by the formula x to the power, you will get 1. The derivative of x is equal to 1. So what is the integration of 1? The integration of 1 is equal to x plus c. This is the integration of 1, right? If we differentiate a function x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1, it becomes x to the power n. So therefore, integration of x to the power n with respect to x can be written as x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus constant. What do we mean by small c? Small c is the integration constant here, right? if you differentiate this function, we can take 1 by n plus 1 outside and x to the power n plus 1 can be written n plus 1 into x to the power n. So n plus 1 cancels n plus n, its derivative is x to the power n. So integration of x to the power n can be written as x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Now, you know the derivative of e to the power x. What is the derivative of e to the power x? That is e to the power x only. So what do you mean by integration of e to the power x? This is called e to the power x plus integration constant. So these are basic formula of integration. We can derive more basic formula of integration by this method. If you know the formula of differentiation, you can interchange the answer with question. You will get the formula of integration. So differentiation of a to the power x by log a to the base e can be written a to the power x. So integration of a to the power x with respect to x can be written as a to the power x divided by log a to the base e plus c. Differentiation of log x is equal to 1 by x. So integration of 1 by x with respect to x can be written as log x plus c. We must write modulus function in the case of log, because you know the function of log cannot be negative. That must be greater than 0. So in the case of log, you must write the modulus function of the function of log, right? Now we can also derive some formula for trigonometric function. These are the formula of exponential function and logarithmic function. Now we can derive some formula for trigonometric function also. You know the derivative of sin x derivative of cos x equal to minus sin x. So the derivative of sin x dx can be written, integration of sin x can be written as minus cos x plus c. You know the derivative of sin x equal to what? Cos x. So therefore integration of cos x with respect to x can be written as sin x plus c. You know derivative of tan x is equal to sec square x. So therefore integration of sec square x can be written as tan x plus c. Right? You know derivative of cot x, that is minus cosec square x. So integration of cosec square x can be written as minus cot x plus c. So these are the formula of derivative. You can also have some more formula for integration. Now similarly we can write the derivative of sec x, that is sec x tan x plus c. So therefore integration of sec x tan x with respect to x can be written as sec x plus c. The derivative of cosec x can be written as cosec x cot x cosec x cot x. So the integration of cosec x cot x with respect to x is equal to minus cosec x plus c. So these are the basic formula for integration. These are the basic of integration. Now this is very important formula for integration to solve any algebraic function. If you have a question, find the integration of root x, find the integration of cube root of x, find the integration of x square plus x by x. We can apply this formula to find that, because integration of x to the power n equal to x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So these are very basic formula of integration. Similarly, we can write some more formula for inverse trigonometric function. You know the derivative of sin inverse x is what? Derivative of sin inverse x can be written as 1 by root 1 minus x square. So what is the integration of 1 by root 1 minus x square? That is called sin inverse x and plus c. This is the integration of 1 by root 1 minus x square, right? So these are some basic formula for integration. You can also derive the formula for sin inverse x, cos inverse x, and all the inverse trigonometric function also. So these are some basic formula for integration, right? So now by these formulae, we can solve each and every question related to this. For example, if we have a question integration of root x and plus 1 by root x whole square, and we need to integrate this function with respect to x. So how can we integrate this? First, we need to simplify this function and write in this form, x to the power n. Then only we can simplify this function and we can integrate this one, right? So for algebraic function, you need to write the function in this form, x to the power n, right? This is very important formula for algebraic function, right? So in the basic questions, you must write the question, you must convert the question in these forms. You will get the answer, you will get integration of that. So in this question, if we apply the formula for a plus b whole square, we will get x plus 1 by x plus 2, right? Now we can separate the integration. Now there are two more integration rules are there. First one, that is integration of k multiply fx. If you have to integrate a function and multiply it with a scalar quantity, you can write it as k multiply integration fx dx, right? You can take k constant outside that. Second, very important, that is integration of fx plus minus gx with respect to x. If you have to integrate the sum of two or more function or difference of two or more function, we can separate these function. We can write it as integration of fx dx plus minus integration of gx dx, right? We can integrate these two functions separately. Now there is different rule for product and quotient that we will discuss in the next topic. Now in this question, we have to separate this one by this formula. We can write it as integration of x, right, dx plus integration of 1 by x dx and plus 2 multiply integration of 1 dx. You can take 2 constant outside the integration, right? So we have to separate the integration in 3 different integration. Now we can integrate this function. You know the formula for x to the power, and this formula x to the power n can be written x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. It can be written x to the power 2 by 2, x to the power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 plus. Now we cannot apply this formula x to the power in this case. Why? Because in this formula we observe that n plus 1 in denominator, and you know denominator cannot be 0. So therefore this formula is applicable only when n is not equal to 1, or n is not equal to minus 1. This formula is only applicable when n is not equal to minus 1. If x is equal to minus 1, we cannot apply that formula to find this one. So how can we integrate this function? You know the formula for 1 by x directly. The integration of 1 by x can be written as log x plus c. So we can write it as log x, log mod x, and plus 2 multiply. What is the integration of 1? That is our first formula. The integration of 1 can be written as x plus c. No need to write c in each term. You can add all 3 arbitrary constant, all 3 integration constant. We can write it as c only. We can write it as c1 plus c1 plus c2 plus c3, and c1 plus c2 plus c3 can be written as c. So no need to write arbitrary constant separately in each term, right? So this is very basic question of integration. Now similarly we can solve some more questions related to trigonometric function, logarithmic function, inverse trigonometric function, and so on. For example, if we have an algebraic function like integration of x square minus 1 divided by x minus 1, and we need to integrate this function with respect to x. How can we integrate this function? We don't have any quotient rule in this. We have these two rules only. So we need to simplify this function before integrating. First we have to simplify by factorization or by rationalization, then we can integrate this function. So first of all, this function can be written as x plus 1 multiplied x minus 1. In numerator we can factorize this. So x minus 1 cancels with x minus 1. It can be written as x plus 1 with respect to x. Now it can be written as integration x dx plus integration of 1 dx. Now it can be written as x square by 2 and plus x plus c, because you know the integration of x equal to x square by 2 by the formula of x to the power n dx. Or now integration of 1 can be written x. How integration of 1 is x? Integration of 1 can be written as x to the power 0 dx. You know, integration of 1 dx can be written as x to the power 0 dx. Why? Because we have to integrate this function with respect to x. So x is a variable here. So how can we represent 1 as a variable? 1 can be written x to the power 0. If any number to the power 0, that becomes 1. Now we can apply the formula for x to the power n. We will get x to the power 0 plus 1 divided by 0 plus 1 plus c. It can be written x plus c. So therefore, integration of 1 is always x. By this way we can say that integration of 1 is x only. Right? So by this we can solve the question related to algebraic function. Let us discuss one or two more questions of algebraic function, like the question is integration of x cube plus 5x square minus 4 divided by x square with respect to x. How can we solve this integration? We don't have any formula of quotient rule in this integration, so we need to simplify this function and separate that. We can divide these function by x square. We will get x plus 5 minus 4 by x square. Now we can separate all the three functions. We will get integration of x dx plus 5 multiply integration of 1 dx. We can take 5 outside the integration. We can separate these three functions. Minus 4 integration x to the power minus 2 dx. Because you know 1 by x square can be written as x to the power minus 2. Now integration of x can be written x square by 2 and plus 5 multiply integration of 1 can be written x minus 4. Integration of x to the power minus 2 can be written x to the power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1 plus c. Now it can be written as x square by 2 plus 5x and plus 4 by x plus c. Why? Because minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So minus is plus, and x to the power minus 1, it is 1 by x. So by this we can solve the question related to algebraic function. Like right now, you know what is the integration of a to the power x? The integration of a to the power x. The integration of a to the power x can be written as a to the power x by log a. By that formula we can solve some more question related to integration. For example, if we have integration of 1 by a to the power x multiply b to the power x. How can we integrate this function? We need to write integration of this function as 1 by ab to the power x. We can convert it in and add 1 by ab to the whole power x with respect to x. Right? We can write 1 by a to the power x multiply b to the power x dx is equal to 1 by ab to the whole power x. Now you know the formula for a to the power x, where a is any constant and 1 by ab is a constant here. So the integration of 1 by ab to the power x can be written as 1 by ab to the power x divided by log 1 by ab. Now do you know log 1 by ab is minus log ab, so it can be written as 1 by minus log ab and a to the power x multiply b to the power x, right? This is the answer. Plus c. We need to write plus c always, right? Because c is the integration constant, and in indefinite integrals we must write plus c in this, right? Now, if we have a question like integration of 2x square minus 3 sin x plus 5 root x. So how can we integrate this? We can separate these three integration. We will write 2 multiply integration x square dx minus 3 multiply integration sin x dx and plus 5 multiply integration root x dx. Now we can integrate this function 2 multiply. How can we integrate x square? It can be written x cube by 3 by the formula of x to the power n minus 3. You know the integration of sin x is minus cos x. It can be written plus cos x and plus 5 multiply. You know root x can be written x to the power 1 by 2 and the integration of x to the power 1 by 2 is x to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c. Now we can simplify this term only, right? So by this way we can solve each and every question related to basic formula of integration. Now we will discuss the basic question related to trigonometric function in the next class, in the next topic. These are all about the basic of integration. Now if you have any problems in the basic or in the integration of any chapter, you can contact me on my email ID, that is vishu@equalsign.in or contact number 96509122288. Now we will discuss the trigonometric function of the base from the basic formula in the next class. Thank you.